I set up my live rig in the studio, mic'd everything up, and I'm ready to begin writing the next record. Tell you a little bit about my setup. I just kind of scan the room so you can kind of see the layout. I'm going in to Deluxe Super Reverb. I have a hot plate on that amp which allows me to turn down the volume of the output, so I can push the front end of the amp so it's nice and warm and I get my sound, but it's not too loud in the room. I'm running in stereo, so that's one of the amps. I'm using a Fender Princeton amp, and I do believe, unfortunately, that the speaker's blown. Therefore, I am bypassing that top speaker, the one in the amp, and I have a Mesa Boogie speaker cabinet plugged in as a replacement. So the Mesa Boogie is mic'd. This is my pedal board. I'll go through that in detail in a different video. But I have all of my distortion sounds and delay sounds and modulation sounds running mono to the very tail end. I come out to a stereo delay, which is the DD5, so I can get the ping pong effect between the two amps for a real ambient feel. I have my volume pedal so I can do the guitar swells, and I've added a Digitech looper, which I'll be using to some degree. It's the Jam Man. I tried a bunch of different loop pedals. One, this fits on the board. Two, it's the most functional small pedal. I think I'm going to be pleased. So I have a mic on each amp running to my recording setup over here. And I have my vocal mic, which is my live vocal mic. I believe it's a Shure Beta 56. I've used this for a long time. I'm pretty sure those are typically used on drum toms, drum mics. They've worked really well on my voice live. And so I've got my mic running into a little non-powered Mackie mixer. It has some effects on it. I've got a little bit of reverb. And that's feeding these two Mackie monitors. So that way I can hear myself just like I were live on stage. But before the mic hits the Mackies, I split the mic. So I put my mic into the splitter and send a direct out to the Mackie mixer so I can hear it, and an isolated direct out to my recording setup. That way I can hear myself and I can record my vocals totally separate. And you know, I've done a lot of live records. That is kind of where I've captured myself, I think, the best and the most authentically. So I'm going to do my writing in the same way that I would do a live record. I've got two mics behind me. I've got my vocal mic. I have my monitors turned on. And all three are being recorded on 3 independent channels in my Logic Pro setup. So I have 3 channels currently set up in Logic. One for my vocal, one for the Deluxe, and one for the Princeton. Everything else here is centered around my Ableton Live setup. Let me back this chair up so I can show you. That's my pedal board for Ableton Live. So if I feel inspired and want to do something loop-based and need to generate some rhythm tracks like drums, bass, keyboards, I can come right over. I'm ready to roll with Ableton. Everything's set up. If I want to capture an acoustic song, all of my mics are set up with my presets set. I can switch right over to this. I just recorded an acoustic CD this past winter that just was released last month. So I've got that sound captured. I just plug the mics in and roll. So all of that's set to go, in 10 minutes I could be rolling on that. Okay, I think I'm good to go. Today's theme is water. What we water will grow. Our life is like water. I just woke up with that inspiration this morning and did some writing, this kind of stream of consciousness. And we'll see what unfolds today. Thanks for watching.